It was months later on Dagobah. Leia had now extensively trained under Yoda. She had learned much according to Yoda in these past 3 months, and more quickly than any other student he had had before. Even more than my father? Asked Leia. Your father was strong in the Force, but was impatient and stubborn. He constantly kept pushing beyond his normal ability. As Leia continued her training with her lightsaber, but suddenly a humongous creature comes out of the swamp. Leia is left shocked. She immediately impales the giant slug with her lightsaber, and slowly but surely it exploded right before them. All of the guts and pieces were thrown at the Jedi. Indeed, Yoda noted that she still had to learn to be patient. But Vader, however, was growing impatient. Another dead end. There is no trace of Solo or Skywalker. His captain tells him that there is a rumor floating around that Skywalker was killed on Hoth. That rumor could prove to be his downfall. Skywalker is alive. He had sensed the Skywalker presence through the Force. He then left the captain to return to the Executor. Once there, he is informed that a fresh shipment of probe droids had just arrived, and the bounty hunters were awaiting his orders. Vader needed all the help he can get in order to find either Solo or Skywalker. One of them would lead to the other. Han Solo had finally come to his senses. In fact, he had come to Mos Espa in order to clear his name from the death list. He will transfer the money to Jabba, but not him personally. He had found a courier who would do just that. They go into a secluded room, supposedly to meet this courier named Grark. Please, said the courier, call me Uncle Villy. Solo presented himself and told him that he needs to send this money to Jabba. Actually, there was a change of plan. Uncle Villy instead had decided to sell him to Jabba, as all of Jabba's goons surrounded Han and Chewie. This way Uncle Villy will make more money and get to keep his ship. They are eventually transported to Jabba's palace. Han pleaded, Jabba, listen, I've got your money. No, it was too late for that. He must be punished for what he did. Ordered the guards to take them away. Han had really messed up this time. After some time in Jabba's dungeon, they are summoned to meet Jabba himself. They are inserted in a pit where Jabba was speaking to them from above. Again, Han was making his case. He's got the money that he needs. It wasn't my fault to dump that spice. You gotta give me another chance. But Jabba said to not take this personally. He always liked him, but business is business. Besides, he is bored, and watching him die would prove entertaining. As a gate opened, 2 slithery eyes. Right then, 2 Nexu jumped to kill them. Laughingly, Jabba watches from afar as he is waiting for both of them to die. While Han was sorta trying to protect himself, Chewie had punched the Nexu so hard that blood came squirting out. Han too hit the other Nexu right below the eye. The guards were steadily watching outside of the gates, not paying attention to the small R2-D2. He slowly entered the computer and sliced the door open. Once both Chewie and Han noticed, they run away from the cage. But now this meant that the 2 Nexu were free as well. They jumped outside of the cage and grabbed the guards. They were eaten alive. Once they finished with the measly guards, now the creatures approached Jabba himself. Inside, it was a massacre. Han and Chewie were running for the cargo ship. R2 was with them as well. One that was left behind was C3PO. They just couldn't afford to go back for him. They will come another time. As below them, the Nexu were having a field day. Next morning, an Imperial shuttle approaches Jabba's palace. It was Darth Vader. What's more, he had found out that Jabba was holding Solo prisoner. After the entire debacle, now Jabba was instructing Fortuna to make a note. No more holding the Nexu as pets. Get something more controllable, like a Rancor perhaps. When suddenly Vader enters the room. He has received word that he is holding Han Solo and the Wookiee prisoner. He orders him to hand them over immediately. Unfortunately, he was too late. Solo and the Wookiee had escaped last night. They stole the cargo vessel and disappeared. Frankly, said Jabba, I hope to never see them again. At that moment, C3PO says, oh, my circuits. Vader immediately notices. Once he glanced at the droid, Vader knew all too well to which this originally belonged to. He tells Jabba that he will take the droid. Fine, said Jabba, take the droid. It belonged to Solo anyway, good riddance. Vader now considered this mission a success. Aboard the Executor, Vader asks C3PO, do you recall who originally built you. 3PO tells him that he no longer retains that memory. That information was lost long ago. Vader reveals that he is his maker, Anakin Skywalker, and as your maker, he will now serve him. C3PO apologizes, but he is a property now of Master Solo. He will remain so until further instructed. No apologies are necessary, said Vader. He is still probing. Where is Skywalker? Oh my, said 3PO. I can't tell you that, sir. I would go against my programming to betray my master. No matter, as he detached the head of 3PO from the body. Now, let me ask you again, said Vader. Where is Skywalker? As he scrambled C3PO's circuits, the droid had no choice. He uttered the words, Dagobah. Commander, said Vader, change course and have my shuttle prepared. We are going to the Dagobah system. He had finally located Skywalker. However, I'm afraid he will be quite surprised to find out which Skywalker was 3PO telling him about. It is honestly this that makes Star Wars so great. Imagine the shock that Vader will feel when he learns of another Skywalker, of Leia Skywalker. This was the third issue, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but the fourth one will be the conclusion of this epic story, and I can't wait to share it with you guys tomorrow. So what did you think of this issue that we tackled today? What did you like? What did you dislike? What are your thoughts on the whole Han Solo phenomenon? In this issue in particular, he doesn't seem to be quite himself. I don't know if the writers got him or not. It sure doesn't seem so by the way he is acting and his dialogue, but whatever the case, let me know down in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting the channel. And before you go, may the Force be with you always.